Hey folks, welcome. All right, so it's Wednesday. We are having kind of a almost wintry, spring's trying to arrive day here in Colorado. So today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the most powerful questions that you can ask when you're working with a client, or you're on either in the DMs or even on an initial call, so that you can really make that connection and get moving. Because in the end, all of us who are soulful entrepreneurs, we're doing this because we want to serve, and we know that we can help people transform their lives, and we're kind of interested in showing up and doing that in a way that's powerful. And when I work with people on three different levels. So I either have people who come and talk to me because they know they're meant for more. They know they've got a passion, a gift, something they would like to share with the world. I'm checking, making sure I am live. Yeah, I see myself. That they want to share with the world, and they're not quite sure what that is. They're not quite sure how to package it, how to price it, how to position themselves, so that they can essentially come and live a life of purpose and show up and do what they kind of know they were born to share and do. Then the other kinds of people who show up to work with me are people who have already that gift. They have that offer. They have a clarity on what it is they're meant to do and how they want to serve, but they're struggling with getting more clients. They're struggling with putting themselves out there. They're struggling with having visibility and reach. And so and a lot of the time when they come to me in that position, they're in a real place of struggle, and they're in a place of real frustration because they've spent a lot of time putting together a beautiful offer, clarifying their messaging, maybe to some degree, and nothing's working. They're maybe even doing things they really don't like to do to try to put their work out there. So with them, I kind of help them create that unique, strategic, sacred, soulful marketing plan so that they can really dial in their messaging and attract the right kind of clients. Because it's not just about attracting clients, it's about attracting the right kind of clients. And then the third types of people who come to me, and this is kind of what I'm going to talk about a little bit today, are people who they have a great offer, they have clarified their messaging, they have a strategy, marketing strategy that's somewhat working for them and is bringing in clients, but they're struggling with actually making any kind of sales. So they're getting people on calls, they're connecting with people in the DM, but nothing's converting. It's actually people are not reaching out to work with them. And from that perspective, at that point, what's the point? What's the point of doing all this work to put all this marketing out there, to share who we are, to I know what it takes to create lives, to create really great content, to find the right pictures. I just got a message. Okay, hopefully I'm still live. It looks like it's having trouble going to my group, but I think I'm still live in my personal page. So we will continue, and I will then copy it to my group. So Eleanor, no barking, please. So this is where we're at, is when we have something to share, when we're working with clients, and we're making connection, then the only thing we want really is, and we know we can help them, we want them to say yes. We want them to step into their own power and see the potential, see the possibilities, and decide to work with us and to say yes to themselves, to say yes to their lives, to say yes to their dreams, essentially. And that can actually be difficult. So that's what I want to talk to you guys a little bit. If you are at this level where you have an offer, you have a marketing strategy that works, and you're struggling with actually getting people to move forward and say yes to themselves and work with you and experience a real transformation of your work, then I want to give you a few questions, powerful questions that you can ask to really help them see the possibility, see the vision, and step in powerfully so they can move forward. And if you don't have, if you're one of the other two, if you don't have a clear marketing plan that's bringing you clients, if you don't have a clear messaging, if you don't really know how to package your gifts and how to share what you know you were born to share, then I can help you with that. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Ilse Kamti Adair. I help soulful entrepreneurs who feel stuck, who feel overwhelmed, who feel like maybe they're not doing the right thing, to find their own unique sacred path to more clients, more money, and a lot more ease. If and what I do with friends, what I do with people in my groups is I offer what I call a free soulful success breakthrough call. And this is a full hour with me. If it feels like a right fit for you and for me, I will offer you an opportunity to work with me at the end. But that's not the main aim of the call. The main aim of the call is to help you to figure out what's getting in your way to taking your gifts out there and making the money you know you deserve and impacting as many lives as possible. And the one thing I guarantee you is there's no way in hell that you're not getting some amazing value from that hour, regardless of whether you decide to work with me or not. So if that feels like something that's interesting to you, then just put #brainstorm in the comment. That's what this session is. It's literally a brainstorming session where we look at what needs to shift so you can take yourself to the next level in your work and in your life, or message me on Messenger. All right, let's get into the content. So I'm going to tell you a little bit where this came from. I had a session with a client. Her name's Maria, and she's a coach. And the thing she came to me with this week, she was really frustrated. She actually is starting to get this marketing thing down, and actually over the last 2 weeks had 9 calls booked to talk to people. And out of those 9 calls, she only got 1 yes. And so, of course, the first thing I did with her was to invite her to celebrate that 1 yes. That does mean that somebody saw the value and somebody said yes to themselves and yes to working with her. And then we talked a little bit about what's not happening in her calls, because that's a lot of work for her to get those 9 people to want to get on a call with her. And it's 8 missed opportunity. We're never going to have everybody we talk to want to work with us. No one's going to be exactly ready. And I think we can do a lot better than 1 out of 9 or 2 out of 9 or even 3 out of 9 wanting to work with us if we know exactly how to move forward in the session and how to essentially empower them and make them see the possibilities and empower themselves to want to move forward. So the first thing I want to say, and this is, I talk a lot about mindset, this thing that, success is 85% mindset and 15% strategy. I think there's a lot of truth to that. I think there's a lot of people out there who have the right strategy, but without the right mindset, it doesn't work. And I actually know that there's people out there who have the right mindset, but no strategy, and that still works for them because out of sheer passion, out of sheer balls in some ways, and boldness, they're making it happen. They're putting themselves out there. So entering these calls from the right place is important. So the first thing I always tell clients is before you get on a call, one of the questions you want to ask yourself, and this is a powerful question you want to ask yourself, is who do I need to embody? Who do I need to become in this moment so that I can really step into my own power, step into my own authority and authenticity, and so that I can easily help this person, so I can easily connect and support this potential client. Essentially, we need to become who they're going to need us to be so we can support them. So that's the first question you want to ask yourself. And this is not about your client, this is for you. Who do I need to become so I can step into this room powerfully and I can serve this person, regardless of whether they decide to work with me or not, so I can serve them powerfully. The next question you want to ask yourself, and then I'm going to move on to questions you want to ask clients. But the next question you want to ask yourself is this: do I believe I can help this person? Like for real, for real. Not just I need the money. Like, do I believe I can help this person? Do I believe that they're better off working with me and having my support to achieve their goal, their dreams, or are they better off on their own? If you truly believe that you can help this person and that they're better off working with you than going at it on their own, then I want you to give yourself permission to be bold. I want you to give yourself permission to serve the shit out of this person and to essentially let them know if they're missing out on something, to let them know when they're staying stuck in an old pattern, you know, and essentially when I almost want to give you permission to act as if this person is already your client. You're not trying to sell them, they're already yours. And you're here to transform them. You're not here to cater to them. You're not here to become their best friend. You're not here to make them like you. You're here to help them transform. And when you can get into that place of helping them transform and owning that boldness, owning that authority, and being there to really show them where they're stuck, then you will step into a kind of alignment with them where they can see that you're the right person for them, and they can see that you're there to actually help them evolve. And then the last question that I want you to ask yourself is this: do you like this person? Do you like them enough that you want to work with them week after week after week? Do you like them enough that you're going to be totally committed to their growth, to them getting results, and you're going to love working with them? Because I like to tell with regularity that if we don't love who we work with, if we don't love what we do, I don't care how much money we make, it's not success. So I want you, when you get into these calls, to put money aside and to decide, can you help this person? If yes, next, do you like them? And who do you need to be, and how do you take that authority and start serving them boldly in that moment? All right, so these are the 3 things that you want to ask yourself and embody before you get on a call. Now, here are a few questions to ask clients to help them step into their own power. So when, you know, these 3 questions, this is what they're about. The first is for them to realize that if they do nothing different, then nothing different is going to happen. So we always want to clarify that with clients, that essentially taking an action is expensive. You know, working with us always has a cost. It has a cost financially. It has a cost in energy and commitment. It has a cost in action. Like, that's what... Eleanor, could you relax? My dog's like going crazy watching out the windows. She's like climbing on my plants. You know, that's the truth of it. Like, working with us has a cost. But you know what? Not doing anything, not working with us also has a cost. So we want to make sure that they realize that doing nothing is actually significantly more costly, significantly more expensive than working with us. The second question is to help them realize and ask them whether or not they think that we can help them. Oh my God, my dogs are going crazy. To help them, you know, do they think we can help them? Because this is what I'm going to say to you. If you can tell a client, I can help you with this, and that's powerful. Like, if you can own it, you can say, I have no doubt in my mind, I can help you with this. I can transform your business. I can help you shine. I can help you serve and transform this world in a more powerful way. Like, that's great when you can state it. You know what's even better is when you ask a powerful question and you get your client to actually say to you, I think you can help me. Yes, I think you can help me, and this is how I want you to help me. Because then they've sold themselves in some way. You don't have to do a whole lot of work. So, and then the third, all right, you know what, guys? Give me a minute. I'm going to throw the dog out. on, Bella. All right, I'm back. Hopefully slightly quieter. All right, so the third question and the third thing we want to realize is how do we help them elevate their thinking? Because this is the thing you have to realize, and I talked a little bit about that yesterday, that people buy feelings. And so we want to get them to a point where they are elevating their own thinking and they're not actually making the decision to work with you or not based on being stuck, based on being in self-doubt, based on whatever it is that they came to you with. And that can happen a lot as people come to us and they're struggling, they're stuck in their problem, and then they're trying to make a decision to move forward from that place of stuckness, and it doesn't work. It's kind of like what Einstein said is we can't make a powerful decision, we can't change from the same level of thinking that created the original problem. So we want to help them through a powerful question to start embodying who they want to become and to make a decision, whether that decision is even a no, to make that decision to work with us or not from that place of empowerment. All right, so I'm going to give you these couple questions. The first question, to help them realize that doing nothing is costly and that doing nothing is potentially more costly than working with us, is to simply ask them, if you do nothing and if nothing different happens, what will your business, your finances, your health, your marriage, whatever they're coming to you for, what will that look like in 2 or 3 years? And get them to really tell you, if nothing changes, what's going to happen? And to realize that doing nothing is essentially significantly more expensive than deciding to move forward and to do something different. So that's the first question. When you're towards the end of the session, you want to ask them, you want to get them to, essentially clarify what they've talked about. And there's a process to doing a call. Like, you want to say something to them like, okay, now we know where you're stuck and what you want to change. We know what you're wanting to create. And you might want to rephrase some of those that they told you. And you also, you can say to them, we also know that there's a cost to things staying as they are. And then ask them, do you think I can help you move the needle? Based on this session that we've had together, based on this time, do you get a sense that I can help you, that I could be of support to you? And if they say yes, then essentially they've given you permission to start moving that's why I say this is towards the end of the session. Once you've really supported them, then they've given you permission to start talking about you guys working together. So you could ask at that point, so do you think I could support you with this? Now that we've looked at all this, now that you've met with me for half an hour or 45 minutes, do you sense that I could be of support to you, that I could support you? And then you want to ask, if we were to work together, what are the top 3 things you would like us to work on or to focus on? And have them share what is their priority, essentially. So in this question, not only have they agreed and stated that they think that you can help them, but they've actually told you directly what they want help with. And then that allows you to then focus your offer on those 3 things that they want to work with, or they want to work with you on, they want to focus on. And then this is the last thing, and this is what happens at the end. If you get a client who's like, I'm in, let's do it, I love this session, you're the person to help me, then this third question is not particularly necessary. But the third question is something you can try when you get an objection. And by the way, I'm not one of these people who believes that the end goal of a call is to get somebody to say yes. I think the end of a call is to get somebody to be in a real place of clarity. And if working with you is not what's right for them, then I think that's actually a great thing to get to at the end. But if working with you is something they feel would help them, but they're on the fence. They don't know how to pay for it. They're not quite sure they're going to have the time. They feel too overwhelmed. Then what you want to realize is they're actually still stuck in the problem, and they're recreating the reason they came to you in the first place. It's very common, for example, when I work with someone who is struggling with getting clients. So they're struggling with money. They're struggling with having money coming in. Of course, the objection you're going to get is, I don't have the money. Well, it's they're caught in that catch 22. If somebody comes to you and they're saying, I'm overwhelmed, I'm all over the place, I have no time for myself, I'm getting burned out, and you offer them to work with you, usually the objection you're going to get is, I don't think I have the time, I don't know how I would add this, and essentially they're answering your invitation to work with you from the place of the problem rather than from the change they want to create. And so that third question is a way to get your client to step out of their wounded, conditioned, stuck person identity and into who it is they want to create, who it is they want to become, and what it is they want to create. So, and that's something I say to clients quite a bit is, if not working with me is the right answer, then that's good. That's fine. But I want you to check, and this is usually the way I formulate this. I said, I want you to check whether or not the answer, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough time, is that answer coming from your sovereignty? Is that answer coming from your future successful self and from the place of success? Or is that answer coming from the person who is stuck and experiencing whatever problem they came to you for? And then you say to them, I want to invite you to make this powerful decision, but I want you to make it from who you aspire to be and what you aspire to create, rather than from the place you are in right now. And you can say to them, for you to start creating something different, you have to step into being someone different. If from this place of empowerment, the answer is, Ilse, you're not the right person for me, or Jeff, you're not the right person for me, this doesn't quite resonate, this doesn't quite feel like what I need, then that's amazing. And I totally honor you and your success and your courage for stating that. I can handle it. But if your no or your doubt is coming from a place of doubt, from a place of insecurity, then I want to invite you to think about who I want to become, what would they do? From the place of what I want to create, what would they do? And have them make the decision to work with you or not from that place. Again, it's reminding people that we cannot create the solution of our problem from the exact level of thinking that created the problem. We are inviting people to step into their sovereignty, to step in their strength, to step into their power, so that they can actually start making that first powerful decision towards change. Because if nothing changes, nothing changes. And if we are not the change they need, that is okay. But if we know we can help them and they know we can help them, then it is our job, it is our service to actually help them get there. And then we have to be committed to their results, just like they have to be committed to their results. So that's the main powerful question. I'm going to give you one last question, and that's more for you. When you have a client at the end who's a no, for whatever reason, they're not ready, they truly don't have the money, maybe you're not exactly the right fit, or you've decided they're not the right fit for you. So they're a no, they're not going to move forward. One way to get value for yourself out of this call and out of this time and energy that you spent on this person is to ask them at the end if they got value out of the call. By the way, I have never had a single person get on a call with me and spend 45 minutes, an hour with me and not get some kind of tremendous value out of it, regardless of whether they decided to work with me or not. But so normally you're never going to get someone who's going to say, no, I really didn't get anything out of this. You're going to get a yes. People are going to usually say, yes, this was really helpful. I appreciate your time. You want to ask them right in that moment, if they got value, would they be willing to give you a testimonial? And it could be as simple as, I'm going to click the record button, and then I will either use the actual footage if you're comfortable with that. And if you're not, that's okay. I will just use your words. But would you tell the camera right now in just a minute or two how this call was helpful for you? And just record them saying that. And right then in that recording, you have a testimonial. You can use, and even if you don't use the testimonial, you'll get a sense of what they valued, and that will help you with your own messaging. And of course, you can also ask for a referral. You can also say, hey, I offer these calls. If you know someone who might want to work with me, who might benefit from this, please send them my way. All right, so that's my powerful questions, the powerful questions to ask yourself and to step into your own power, and then the powerful questions to help your clients realize that inaction is expensive, to realize that you are the person who could help them, and then to upgrade their thinking and step into their own sovereignty, their own power, and decide to work with you from that place, because from that place, it'll be a lot easier to say yes. If you've resonated with anything in there and you'd like help, to create essentially either the right sales process to convert your clients, or even the right marketing plan to attract the right clients to you, then put #brainstorm in the comment and let's get on a free Soulful Success call. As stated, I will give you an hour of my time and we will look at your business. We will look how to create a powerful offer, a powerful messaging, and what kind of system or strategies are working for me and are working for my clients right now in terms of putting our gifts out there in the world and finding clients, and how to shift and move people from just fans and or even strangers to clients. So you can put #brainstorm, or you can message me and we will chat together for an hour and get you to that next level in your life and in your business. And of course, if you have questions, ask them, because I always go back and look at the comments in these lives. Let's see here. Oh yeah, lots of comment. Some of it about like Facebook doing weird things with the text. So we'll see how this live is. But yeah, it looks like Facebook and StreamYards are having issues. Everybody's experiencing them. All right, well, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me. I hope you got a few tidbits that were of value, and I am happy to serve and support you in whatever ways I can. Reach out. Again, it's kind of like that question. If nothing changes, nothing changes. What have you got to lose? If you think I could help you out, then reach out and let's get on a call. All right, guys, have a wonderful rest of your week. I will talk to you soon.